If you find this show informative or funny, you should tell your friends, your family. You got fingers. You got fingers. You got fingers. You got fingers. Come on.
5 different shows.
5 different shows.
5 days a week.
5 days a week. 5 different topics. 5 different minutes. You got finger. You got finger. You got finger. Ow! You got finger. Fingered by Randy and Jason.
Movies? Is it time for movies?
Yeah, well, you know, my life is pretty much movies these days with working on the Porno Dimensional Saga, taking calls from Zemeckis and Spielberg. I've been down to DreamWorks and, Miramax just thought maybe we can make it a little like indie kind of number, but with a big budget, kind of, pull the wool over people's eyes rather than just make a fucking expensive ass movie. And I told them, you know what, no. I said I'm working on something else right now. And I'm like, if you guys want to buy the script, we can talk.
But is this in what Hollywood they would call like a passion project?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like, there's movie writers and then there's artists.
Right.
And I just consider myself to be the former of the two. And so, I put all those meetings on hold. Now, those movies are still going to happen. People make it sound like making movies in Hollywood is hard and, when the opportunities are going to take it. I think that's fucking bullshit when you have the kind of ideas that I have. I don't have any time for it. I mean, I'm the business side is not what I got into it for. I got into it for the passion of writing.
Right. Yeah.
And
so you have something new, then I take it.
Yeah. And this is a movie that I want to put out sometime after I finish Porno Dimensional Saga, or near its tail end, because that's when people are going to be like, oh, what has Ward got?
Yeah,
where's he going?
After that? It was a one-hit wonder kind of thing.
And so I know what's up. I wrote a trilogy. Cool, Can he do it
deal.
again? Yeah. He did Star Wars. Can he do Indiana Jones? Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I already have. That's what I want to announce on the show today. I already have.
Wow, this early on, you can already tell that you are in line for another series of hits.
Yeah. My kind of the way I'm thinking Hollywood is pretty much like, I want to do Star Wars. I want to do Indiana Jones. I want to do Back to the Future. I want to do The Matrix. I want to do Lord of the Rings. And some of those fucking dumbass Pixar movies too. I'll do some of those too. Wow. That's what I want to get under my belt, because you only live once, and immortality is I believe gained through the art that we make.
Right. Yeah.
So
that's going to be unprecedented for any director to do so many amazing films.
But because I am invested in the Portal Dimensional Saga, and I don't want to give away all my best ideas that are a ways away still. Because, we're talking, this one might be like a 2019, 2020 movie at this point. And so I just kind of want to more discuss what's going to mostly be in the trailer for this film.
Yeah. It's a rare opportunity for our listeners to get to hear you, put another hit film, in the incubator.
That's why I do it, Randy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, so what do we got, Jason?
From the genius minds that brought you the Porno Dimensional Saga comes another saga, 10,000 leagues more magnificent than anything you've seen before. There's an underwater mysterious voice. He says, Manny Trident, wake up.
Wow.
So this is where we are introduced to our main character. His name is Manny Trident, and he's running for the mayor.
His name is Manny Trident.
Yeah, Manny
Trident.
Yeah. He's just a kind of he was a construction worker, got into the union, and sort of worked his way up, and then now he's in politics.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, but along and his wife, she fell in love with him for the man that he was. At this point, on his rise up, he's changed. He's not really the man that she married.
Has politics done that to him?
Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe Kate Blanchett for the role of the wife. Yeah,
right.
we'll talk about casting Manny later. Okay, because I don't want to color it in a way that just makes it one way or the other. You know what I mean? I want people to hear the story and the story to stand out. I don't want the actor taking front center stage, because I believe story first, actors second. That's
Okay.
the way I look at things,
All right,
you know?
that's fair.
Yeah. So you hear that voice, okay?
Right.
Then we cut to Manny Trident on a sunny day in Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
Atlanta. So there's an aquarium in Atlanta, and he's had it closed down. It's being bulldozed. And then we see him there, and like there's like kind of like they all have construction hard hats on, and they're ready to like break ground.
Wait, no one wanted this aquarium closed down, though.
No. Manny's constituency. They wanted
Right.
something, this other thing.
Oh,
And
Manny has changed.
oh yeah, no, he doesn't care about the underwater creatures like how how he probably did when he got. Okay, I didn't want to get too much into the story, but he and his father, who was a construction worker, like this is like a third generation construction worker. They built the original aquarium. That was his first job.
No.
Yeah. He's really like he's lost.
That's
his
like
way.
him saying goodbye to his lineage.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
serious.
Yeah, no, big time. And but as you're going to find in the story, his roots go back much further than just one generation.
I can't wait.
So they're breaking ground on the site, and now he's running for office. He's in the marketing and branding now, and so his family has had a trident that has been in their family for generations.
The Trident family Trident.
Yeah, and people just thought it was like, like for instance, like his Uncle Joe had it hanging in a seafood restaurant that he ran for like 20 years.
Right.
And when he died, he inherited it back. And so people just didn't really take it seriously, know. But
Does Manny take it seriously?
Oh, well, Manny sees an opportunity right now.
Right, yeah.
In this point in his life, he's an opportunist.
Right.
And okay, I know. I know I said I didn't want to talk actors, but I just got to talk actors real quick on Manny.
All right.
So I one side of it I go Joe Peci, another side of it I go Sinbad. You know what I mean? And
That is very like just polar opposites.
well, it's a dynamic character, and
Right.
really, I mean, the pendulum swings both ways, man. You could really take this role two different ways.
What do you see in Joe Pesci that would make you want to cast him specifically?
Mostly his fierceness, I think.
Right, yeah.
Like his ability to get angry.
Right.
But also his ability for comedic timing. Like Goodfellas, Home Alone.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then like with like Sinbad, I mean, I can't think of a better African American actor who could possibly play this part. And I don't want to get to the reveal yet. Okay.
All right.
So anyway, but so that's just two actors I'm thinking of. I don't know. We haven't talked to anybody yet. I haven't sent any emails, but we'll have to see. So anyways, Manny has a trident, and instead of a shovel, as you would at a groundbreaking ceremony usually,
Right.
he has this golden trident, and it's been in his family for generations. He puts the trident into the ground, and as he's doing it, we see his wife, and like she is disinterested. We see his daughter, and she's on her phone, and we see his son, and his son has a leather jacket on, and we could just tell he's going a bad place because his dad's not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so he puts it into the ground. The ground begins to shake. The rubble of the old aquarium begins to fall. What was left, it's something. People are screaming. The catering service, like there's some still sandwiches and stuff that falls over.
One.
Yeah, that falls over, and then we cut to his competitor, Gary Grasso, in his office.
Gary
Grasso, yeah.
There's another Grasso.
There's another Grasso. This is Gary Grasso.
Okay.
And he watches from his office, and he starts to scoff.
Like,
And we could tell because like Republicans red and blue kind of thing.
Right,
They're
yeah.
So they has a different color. I'm probably going to use two different colors because I just in this charged political climate, I just don't want people
Right.
with associations.
yeah.
So anyways, his estranged wife and kids watch as he's sucked into a hole.
Manny Trident gets sucked into the hole?
Yeah, he puts the trident into the ground.
Right.
And then he's sucked into the hole.
Okay.
Like water kind of comes up, sucks him into the hole, pulls him down in, and then it closes up. And everybody panics, and then there's silence. Oh, wow. Right?
What happened to Manny?
And then, hold on. We cut back to Gary Grasso. He's rubbing his hands together. He knows the election is his.
Does he know what happened?
We have to wait until the movie comes out to find that out. But we fade to black. Main credits roll.
Okay.
Mermanmaid in America.
What? Then that's the credits right there.
That is the credits. That's where you see
done it again.
Mermanmaid in America is the movie title.
Mermanmaid in America.
Yeah, and then so what happens is Manny Trident is no longer in Atlanta.
No.
Yeah, I got some concept art I'm going to release pretty soon. But when you see, he's actually been sucked into Atlantis. From Atlanta to Atlanta. That was the original working title.
Right,
by the way.
right.
You know, but yeah.
Well, I mean, that can be under the actual title.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a chapter
Like a
in the novelization at least.
Right.
At this point. But yeah, so he's in the ancient city of Atlantis, and he can't breathe underwater, so he's like, it's like a kind of a scary scene.
Right.
He's like, he's in a suit and he's like underwater. He's like, he can't do it. And then he sees a platinum seal of an ancient city, and he begins to swim towards it, but he's panicking. He's about to die, and his legs begin to fuse together as he crosses the seal, and he becomes a mermaid man. If you will.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And then, so I'm going to read for the role of King Tridentia.
King Tridentia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's the king of Atlantis.
Okay.
And then he sees him. They're aware that he's coming because the magical seal has happened.
Right.
And then he says,
So I think you said you have become a mermaid.
a mermanmaid.
A mermanmaid.
Yeah.
It was hard to hear.
That's a man. Yeah. My sound design. It's not finally mix. It's not my final mix on that.
And I think you said, but your atrocities in this land-dwelling world are famous here, and you cannot remain.
Yeah, because they know that he closed down the aquarium.
Right. All right. I'll read the part for Manny Trident. Yeah. Yeah, he says, "What is happening to me?" Right.
And then King Tridentia is very angry. He says,
He banished the crabs of the city of Atlantis?
No, crabs of the city of Atlantis, do your dance.
Oh, my God.
Banished you are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this is like a really, really big special effects sequence right here. This is kind of like something from like Avatar, but not fucking shitty.
Right, yeah.
It's like meant to be in 3D, but it doesn't look stupid in 2D.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Like you can watch it and enjoy it anyway.
Yeah. In my actual notes, my notes to ILM or Weta or whatever is don't make it Avatarded. You know what I mean? I want it to be good.
Yeah.
So the crabs of the city of Atlantis begin to do their dance. They swirl around Manny. Okay, and a whirlpool is created around him, and then swoosh, zip, zap, lightning strike. Suddenly, jellyfish with electrical burst ionize the whirlpool around it. And then, so a portal has been made. And Manny is once again sucked through the portal. But now, he's a mermanmaid on Earth.
In Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But it gets bigger. It gets bigger from here. I mean,
right.
Like when we just started, he was just running a small election, considering where it's going.
Yeah, humble beginnings, become politician.
Yeah, so Manny's gone.
Okay.
And then now some time has passed. In my universe that I created, portal travel is just like, it's not like time doesn't work the same.
Right.
So now it's Monday morning. We cut to Monday morning, City Hall. Politicians and office workers are walking through the halls of the place where government happens.
Right. Is that actually going to be a line in the movie?
Yeah.
Will someone say this is where government happens?
Yeah. There's probably gonna be like, I was thinking like maybe like a second grade class is on a field trip to City Hall, and like the teacher is gonna say like, students, this is where government happens. You know what I mean? Like just like it's like an aside. It's not. But you're going to hear it. It'll be in the sound mix real clear. Like if you see like in Dolby Atmos, you'll hear it for sure.
Is that what you call exposition?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, I think so. So anyways, so Manny falls through the hole in the universe. It is here that Manny sloshes down with a burst of water. So in the men's restroom of City Hall, you see like this hole open up, whoosh, and then Manny fucking he's like flopping on the floor.
Like a fish,
yeah, and you know, and then so anyways, and then there's a guy in the restroom, and he's left his briefcase and shades on the sink, and he's like. He like looks up from he has a newspaper.
Right.
He's honestly
like he hears something.
He's thinking of crap.
Right.
And then he sees water come from underneath the stall and hit his feet. And then he goes, "What in the Jesus?"
Like, hey, buddy, you okay in there?
Yeah. And then Manny takes his shades and he puts them on because
he takes the man's shades.
Yeah. Manny knows that he has a political disaster on his hands because he's a man mermaid now.
Right.
I mean, how the fuck is he going to do this?
You have to disguise yourself.
But you know what he says? He says, "Fake it till you make it." And he puts it on. And then he just begins to hop. And then that's when Bad to the Bone plays. And he's just
kind of like...
Yeah, he's like going
around?
Yeah, and like people are like, "Oh my God, Manny's alive. Manny's here." And he's a man mermaid.
Do they just automatically call him a mermanmaid?
Yeah. Everybody just kind of like knows, you know.
They just discount the whole mermaid thing. It's mermanmaid.
Yeah. You know, he's a mermanmaid.
Yeah,
he's a mermanmaid. Yeah,
in America.
So and then we cut, you know, because like you know I don't want to give away the whole movie. We have like the media. He's like at a press conference. He, you know, everybody's talking to him. He's like a national sensation right now. Everybody wants to get to know him. You know, his wife is sexually interested in him again.
He's a mermaid though.
No, he's not. He's a merman maid.
I mean, a merman maid. What's the difference between a mermaid and a
mermaid?
merman maid?
A mermaid has a vagina,
right?
And a merman maid has a fish penis that comes out when erect. But you know, I mean, like, just if they're just normal, you can't even
tell the difference.
You can't tell. Just that one would like have shells over the boobies,
right?
And then the other one wouldn't. But in his case, he has like a fish body on the bottom half, and then he has like a white shirt with a tie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he's like a politician.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and you know, I mean, this is Mermanmaid in America. So you
Joe
see,
Peci works.
Yeah, Joe Peci does work, but I mean, it's like I would like to see Sinbad without those genie pants on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like that's what I think his career needs. And honestly, I could see him in the role. You know what I mean? And I don't want to discount the large African American population in Atlanta. So he could really run. So I mean, like, you know, it just kind of depends on who they want to market this movie to.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm really open to anything at this point. And hey, those are just two actors. There's other actors that I've thought about. There's other actors that I've considered. But, you know, that they have to have a kind of a comedic timing, but also the ability to sell the heart and soul of the story.
Right.
So, anyways, then we get to Barbara Walters, and she's interviewing him. And then, you know, we're like, this is going to be in the trailer. I don't know if it'll be in the movie, but it's at least going to be in the trailer. We see like the camera kind of pan over, and then there's a diploma on the wall that reads "Fuck School University."
He went to Fuck School University.
He went to Fuck School. Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you're tying in the universe.
Yeah,
That's crazy, man.
So he's been to Fuck School. We then cut to Washington D.C. and a politician is saying, "We need Manny Trident to run for president."
So he won did he win the election or?
Well, no.
That's
fucking small time now.
Oh wow!
Because he is such a sensation.
Right.
Do you want to read for Gary Grasso?
Yeah. Certainly.
So then we cut to Gary Grasso, who's learned that he's going to be running for president.
And Gary Grasso says, "If he's running, then so am I."
Right. So a small town race just became a big time race, and
right.
everybody knows that the feud between them is so heated that they both have a chance at this.
Right.
And then that's when we cut to Bob Seger's old time rock and roll.
Okay, so what's happening at this point as he says, if he's running, then I am.
Yeah.
That's when the music starts.
And then it fades to black, and then some of that old time of rock and roll, and then that's when we see we see like Manny Trident, and he has the trident, and he's like in a car, kind of like how Kennedy was when he got shot, like
right.
in like Dallas, and he has the trident, and the people are on the street, and they're all clapping, they're like singing the song.
Yeah,
everybody's like that. There's people eating fish sandwiches. There's there's all kinds of just like celebrations, like.
Right.
He's taking America by storm.
Right. It's like a campaign montage of him just doing all this great stuff and people loving it.
Right. We see like a fisherman boat off Alaska, and they're just like, they're also clapping. Like, they're like, yeah, like they're going to be voting, Alaska. They're going to be voting for Manny Trident.
So it looks like Gary Grasso isn't happy about this.
Right. Yeah. And then so this is where, Gary Grasso, then we cut to a dark room, smoke.
Mm-hmm. Like very dimly
like
lit.
like film noir kind of style lighting, and Gary Grasso's there, and this is when he says,
"I got a fish to fry, and his name is Manny Trident."
Right, and then coming in 2019, Mermanmaid in America, and then we have Scott, son of Trident. He says, "Daddy, I love you," and then Manny Trident responds like really sadly and seriously. So he says, "I love you, son, and I love America." Bam, Mermanmaid in America, from the makers of the Porno Dimensional Saga.
Wow.
So
I'm excited to hear the developments of this film.
Yeah, and then, and I have like other, like in the first one, it's going to be kind of about his rise in America, how he becomes president. Oh, sorry, I said too much. Well, okay, spoiler, he becomes president.
It sounds like there's a lot more to see than just him becoming president.
Yeah,
you still got my money.
Yeah, and then in part two, we get into some. Just kind of think like House of Cards, but with but by Michael Bay. That's kind of where I'm taking it.
House of Cards by Michael Bay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and like I said, if
Sinbad, it wasn't Avatar'd.
Yeah, Sinbad, Joe Pesci. I was thinking of Joe Piscopo maybe for King Tridentia.
Piscopo would work. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Gosh, I mean, with what you're demanding from the role of Manny Trident, there are a lot of people that can do one part of that character.
Right.
But the way you're describing him is being so multifaceted that there's very few actors, I think, that can actually pull it off.
Well, see, I don't want to lose the audience, and I don't want to get too far out, but I did have the idea of that when Manny is a land dweller, he's Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
But when he's a Mermanmaid, that's when he looks like Sinbad. You see what I'm saying?
So there wouldn't be much of a role for Joe Pesci then.
Well, here's the thing, though, is in the second one.
Oh, no.
Second one, he gets turned back into a man.
How does he cope with that?
And then when he gets turned back into a man, people have to love him for him. See,
he has to love him for himself.
And he can't hide behind the fish shell anymore.
Right.
So that's my next saga, Mermanmaid in America. And it's going to have a lot of visual effects. It's going to be, I mean, I would like to say definitely Michael Bay if he made House of Cards, with a little bit of like Finding Dory, but like less shitty.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you're taking just all the good stuff from all the movies ever.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And just leaving out all the shitty stuff.
Yeah. And
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one's ever thought of that.
Yeah. No, basically like the idea is like we write a script, we go, what's shitty? We take that out, we write something awesome there, and then we read it again, say what's shitty, write something awesome in its place.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
Yeah. So, just gonna finish up Porno Dimensional Saga, and then you should see it. You should see it coming to theaters. Like I said, hopefully by 2019. But I'm thinking like 2020, 2021 at the latest.
All
and
right.
that's only if we film them back to back.
If you have a question for Fingered by Randy and Jason, send questions or topic suggestions to fingeredpodcast@gmail.com. You can get Fingered by Randy and Jason 5 days a week on either iTunes, Google Play, or SoundCloud. And you can follow us on social media. Twitter, you can find us at Fingered Podcast, Facebook.com/Fingered Podcast,
make sure to use the hashtag #GetFingered. And have You Got Fingered by Randy and Jason? Leave an awesome 5-star review on iTunes or Google Play. Until the next time you get fingered.